is here. Dreams do come true. All you gotta do is do it. It's that simple. Period. That's it. I'm just doing it. When I was younger, I wanted to be able to sing. I did. I wanted to, and not just sing. I wanted the falsetto. I wanted the usher. I wanted the genuine. I wanted the. I want. Oh man, I wanted it, and I sound like this. I'm the bo bo boom 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 bo bo bo. I'm that guy, and they don't hire him anymore. After like the 20s or 30s, they're like, no. Yeah, man, I wanted to sing, and actually recently, because I've been working on my tone. I've been not just the tone that I use externally, but the tone that I use internally as well. Because I talk to myself. I have a voice in my head that speaks to me. And so as I've been analyzing my tone, I also realized, like, actually, hold on. The way that I'm talking now, I think may be higher than my voice naturally wants to go. But this is like my docile, I'm not a threat register. Don't worry about me, I'm all right. I got the falsetto voice. Yeah, when I'm really relaxed, like when I get a massage or I get really high, that shit just it's more down here. Can't even do it now because I still feel so much tension. It's like the natural. Thanks. Yeah, maybe as the show goes on, maybe as I relax, it'll swing back down. Yeah. This actually isn't. I don't have to try to do this very much. It's just if I actually relax my torso, and my traps, which, oh my gosh, I carry so much. I call my traps my mom muscle. Because they're always there to support me. Anytime things get a little difficult, we got you, baby. Don't worry. Don't worry. Traps is gonna hold you up, baby. You be A-okay. Yeah, there are times when I feel that stress. If I let go of my traps, if I remember to just let them go, it kind of washes away as well. So we'll see. If you guys notice this, you can call it out. You're like, traps! Because that's another thing, as I've been working on, all the things I've been working on, having some external eyes has been so helpful. There was a period of time I lived alone. I'd be in my apartment, and I gotta fix myself. And I wasn't asking for help. And help is so helpful. It's so helpful. Yeah, man. And asking felt hard. It felt way harder than it actually was to do it, because I've been talking my whole life. Not the whole thing. There was I had to learn how to talk, which I forget. I forget that I had to learn how to do this, because I just do it now. Like, I'm not thinking about how to get air from my diaphragm, how to get it into my throat, how to form my mouth. I'm just say it's instinctual. I think about the first time. I don't remember it. I was a baby. Those memories are long gone. They've been replaced by so much more. But I imagine the first moment that I understood language, that the sound that I was hearing had a meaning, and what meaning something meant. Yeah, that was a leap that my brain had to make, that, like, not just that this sound represented something, but the idea of representation as a whole was something that I had to grasp.
That's awesome.
Right? It is awesome. Because I like meaning. I like giving meaning to things. But no, I think about that. I imagine that may have been my first aha moment. You guys know the aha moment? The aha. Okay, yes. No. I get it now. Not before. Now, though, get it. I like that feeling. And as a baby, I had to have. Like, that had to have happened. I had to have been looking at my mom and my dad as they're just, Mom, Dad, Travis. Mom, Dad, Travis. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, whoa, okay, wait. So you're saying Mom, Dad, Travis. Oh my God. It's so simple. When you put it that way, it's so simple. Like, I'm aware you've been saying this for months, but like now I get it. All right, okay, I got this. Mom, Dad, Travis. Ah! Oh my God! Whoa, yeah, it's not easy. Especially the mom, because it's the thing. I had to learn how to do mom. Yeah, my first word was actually dada. Which does anyone in here know their first word? No. Yeah? Do you? Well, oh, don't be ashamed about knowledge. Don't be ashamed about understanding yourself more than everybody else. So, I'm sorry, that was mean. I don't want to, okay. What was your first word?
Airplane in Japanese.
Airplane? What is airplane in Japanese?
Hikoki.
Hikoki. Well, no, but that's, my mouth's not doing much. Hikoki. I don't gotta mom it. I think that's why dada was my first word. It was just a lot easier than ma. I could just da. That's it. Up and down. I got that one though. I think that might have actually been my first word. They just didn't understand it. Yeah, if my mom's name was Mwah, nailed it. She would have been my first word. It was breastfed. For anyone. A very important part of my psyche. Comfort. Oh, what am I doing with this? I don't want that. Comfort. What do I do with my hands? Oh, yeah, man. Language. I had to learn. I had to learn how to do all of this, and I find myself in a renaissance of language. Yeah, I feel like I'm re-romanticizing because a lot of the language that I got when I was younger was just given to me, and I just had, not that I had to, I accepted it because that's what it was as a kid. You give me information, I accept it as reality, and I go into the world. That's what most of my childhood was. I had very strict parents. I had parents with very strict schedules. There we go. Way more accurate. Yeah, so I didn't always have time to talk things out. It was, my dad traveled a lot. My mom did most of the executive functioning of getting us around, and there was 3 of us. So it was, get your shit together, we gotta go. Which I don't blame them for, because I did a lot of stuff that I wanted to do. I wanted to do those things. I wanted to play soccer, and I wanted to go to wherever I went. I don't remember. I don't. A lot of my memories from when I was a kid are just gone. Sometimes I mourn it. I have a little ceremony. Bye forever. Childhood memories, because I don't remember a lot of stuff about when I was a kid. I called both my parents a lot, and I asked them. I asked them about childhood stuff because I don't remember all of it. Like I remember being spanked. To me, felt like a lot. Felt like so often I got spanked, and I wasn't sure actually, because I also was a kid that wanted to fit in, and other kids got spanked a lot. So I was like, yeah, me too. I went. I'm part of the spanking crew. We're all spanked together. Not those non-melanated people. They don't get spanked, but we do. It's part of the. It's part of the game. And to this day, I'm not sure how many times that I talked about being spanked that I lied about because I wanted to fit in, and how many were real. I don't know. I'm not sure. I was a lying little kid. I didn't want to get hurt. Lying felt like the way to do it. And yeah, so I'm speaking fast. One moment. Let me slow myself down. I'm going to take a quick aside. I'm working on slowing down too. It's something that I really want to, I want to feel like the more time I take, the more time I have. Yeah, let it sink in. Ooh, that shit. That shit feels good to think about. Yeah, but I'm working on slowing down. One of the ways is when I eat. I chew so fast. I chew like they're about to take it away from me at any moment. Someone's be like, no, bad. Yeah. I have to use all of my brain power to eat slowly. Like, I want to eat, but when I think, no, slow down. Savor the food. Not gonna lie, I've never done it and not closed my eyes. That wasn't for you. That's just what happens. It's just what it centralizes everything. I like slowing down. Anyway, back to spanking. Sometimes I gotta step into what's over here, or else it'll just be here. You want to talk about slowing down? You want to talk about slowing down? While I'm trying to talk about being spanked, it's distracting. So just let it out. Yeah, being spanked. Yeah, a lot as a kid. It's one of those things where I understood the why, especially in moments of where they're like, oh, it's risky. You really gotta learn this lesson. And does it work? Right? Like looking at a child in tears and thinking, those are tears of understanding right there. Every single one of those tears is a neurological understanding of the exact lesson I wanted him to learn. Nothing else. Nothing else in those tears, just education. I mean, I definitely learned. Definitely learned something. Please don't hurt me. Another big part of my life. Please don't hurt me. Back to language. As I've been learning about myself and studying my language, well, actually, let me say that differently. I have been studying my language to learn about myself. There it is. That's the way I wanted it to go. And I use so much language about myself that yeah, I've been studying my language to learn about myself. And I use all kinds of language that I actually just didn't understand. Like, not actually. There's language that I heard that felt right. I was like, oh yeah, that feels vaguely in the what's the word I'm looking for? Huh?
In the world?
No, more specific than world. Perimeter. Who's you? Perimeter. So I just got it from this ear. Thank you. Yes, vaguely in the perimeter of what I want. I'm like, that's kind of it. Some language is just mean. Sometimes I just use mean language as one of the things I learned from being spanked was punishing myself is how I learn. So when I want to learn a lesson, we got to say it in a way that punishes me so I can really learn it. So I can get them tears of education out. Oh. One of the things that I used to struggle with is what I refer to as intrusive thoughts. These thoughts are so intrusive, I don't like them. But when I think about the language of that, intrusive, every thought I have ever and will ever have exists in my mind. That's their home. That's where they live. Who am I to tell my thoughts they're intruding in their own home? I wouldn't stand for that. Ain't nobody gonna come into my house and tell me I can't be there? Fuck out of here. They're not intrusive. So when I realized that, then it is okay, if that language doesn't fit, what's the new language? What's the language because they are something. Intrusive is what I felt. They felt intrusive. It means I felt like I didn't want them to be there. So why didn't I want any of my thoughts not to be there? Ready for this? Fear. Oh, the likely culprit. No, it was, I would have thoughts that I would be afraid of. Even if it was just afraid that I would do it. If I'm in a supermarket and I start thinking heinous shit about what I could do in this supermarket. There's this, oh no, I feel what I'm thinking. I can imagine all the things that I'm gonna do, and I feel emotionally my imagination. Does that mean I'm gonna do it? And I was afraid of that. Now I realize my thoughts, they're also prisoners of their own home. They can't get out. They can't. They try so hard. Sometimes they talk to other stuff like muscles. They'll talk to those and then they'll wiggle their way into existence, but on their own, nothing. I want you guys to try something, because I often now, when I think those thoughts, now I laugh at the juxtaposition, the side-by-sideness of what I'm thinking to the calm of what's around me. And that no matter how hard I think them, I don't have to worry about them. Right? Like right now, I would like to ask you all to just think of horrible things about me. Just heinous things that you could do to me, whatever, you want to throw something up here. Like if I had a gun, I could just shoot this. I want you to just think it. The look that you gave me. I can tell you were thinking it. And guess what? I'm all right. All that vitriol that exists in your minds can't hurt me. It can't. That's something I also didn't really understand. I thought what people thought about me could hurt me. Because I'd been hurt since I was a baby. One of my first memories, ow, my dick hurts. I'm circumcised. That has to be one of my first memories. That was one of the first things that happened to me. Sometimes when I'm in a room surrounded by people, my dick will just hurt. That's crazy. That's what I'm getting into. I just got here. I just woke up. And now pain. Oh, this is going to be a rough one. Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome to just laugh at that. Yeah, you can just keep giggling. I'm in here now. I'm working some stuff out before it comes out. Oh man. This is a fun one. Something else that I realized I had a a fundamental misunderstanding of was time. I saw time as this thing that's out there that is affecting me. I am aging because time is fucking suppressing me into death. And I was watching, I was watching YouTube. Or I was at YouTube University, as I call it sometimes. I was taking a class with Professor DeGrasse Tyson. Yeah. And he was talking about time. At least I think it was him. It may have been another professor, I don't know. But what they said was time is subjective. Not a subjective view of time. Time is subjective. Right? Which means it's all mine. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. No, it isn't that I am being affected by it. It is just that I am changing. Time is a metric. It is how we measure change. How the sun changes, how I change, how our planet changes. We're just measuring change. That's what time is. It's not a thing. Once I realized that, time travel became really confusing. Because where are they going? Where are you go? Where? If I'm traveling through time, if it's just a metric for measurement, so I'm just traveling through a measurement. Is that what's happening? There is no back in time, and there is no future. Actually, all that there is, all that there has ever been, and all that there ever will be is now. That's it. That's the whole kit and caboodle is now. And I'm just moving to now in different places. Right? It's not when I was, it's where I was. I was over there then, but now I'm right here. And we're all sharing the same now, right now. Which then created my favorite new paradox. I call it the now paradox. It is that I cannot do everything now, and yet everything I do happens now. Every single thing I will ever do in my whole life, right now. Can't do it any other time, which is great for a procrastinator. Oh, man. Talk about off the shoulder. Hey, Travis, can you clean up? Yeah, I'll do it now. I mean, not now, but later now. Now. It'll get done now. Whenever it gets done, it'll be now. So just don't worry. Once now happens, it'll be done now. Oh, so great. The now paradox. The grandfather stuff, the grandfather paradox out the window now, which I like. It's like, oh, what are you going to do if you kill yourself? You can't. I can't go. That's impossible because there's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. It also imparts in me this appreciation for the now of it all. I'm going to say this in another way. That's just for me to get there. But because once I'm in the now, because that is all that I have, it is all that I need to focus on. I would focus on the past and the future constantly. I would think about all the things that I had done and all the things that I hadn't done that I wanted to do. Oh, I wanted to do all this stuff and I didn't do it. I'm not living up to all this that I wanted. And in the future, there's all the stuff that I want to be that I'm not now. Resonate? I just learned that. Never done that before in my entire. But what is this just? Clock it. Clock it. Clock it. Clock it. What was I saying? That was. I got all the way. Oh, yeah. All I got to focus on is now. Yes. Ha. There we go. Back in it. Yeah. All I got to focus on is now. And it's so much simpler when I'm focusing on now. And I can understand how now works. Right? There will be. What I do now will affect now. Yeah, so mind fuck. But I understand that, like, this whole thing that's happening here, I had the idea for this in a now. It was way somewhere else. Our planet was way over there. Our star was way over there. I was way over there. It's fun, man. I have fun playing in this, like, oh yeah, it's just now. Every time I talk about time, I gotta say, I don't have to do anything. I'm gonna do it because it's fun. I should say, I'm having fun. See? Ooh, that's a beautiful segue. Here it comes. Another thing that I changed, or my understanding of, shifted. Momento. I used to not drink a lot of water. I drink like 1 glass a day. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because my body it didn't desire it. Or it wasn't dying, really is what it was. I was like, well, I'm not dead, so I don't need to drink right now. I can go, 72 hours without water? This is 16. I got plenty of time.
Just straight cortisol.
Yeah.
Just sipping that cortisol.
Yeah. And then I was gifted a water bottle as a gift, and I started drinking more water, which hydrated me. And then I started using the bathroom way more. And then I was afraid I had cancer because I had never peed so much. One of the things of prostate cancer is an increase in urination, and I am deathly afraid of death. So we'll get there. It's coming. Yeah. So then once I started using the bathroom a lot, it's like every third time I'm like, is this just hydration or is this death? I can't tell. Anyway, one of the other things that I shifted on, and it kind of came with the understanding of subjectivity. The time is subjective. It's in the same realm as that, where it didn't just land on me. It grokked. Are you guys familiar with the term grokking? It's a therapeutic term, and it's when my whole body believes and takes on the concept of whatever it is that I'm presenting it. Of the like, oh, this is now subconscious. This is now going to be part of how I react. It's part of my instinct now. When I grok it, it's in there. Was about the ubiquitous nature of subjectivity. I had this belief in objectivity, the objective perspective. I would even use the language, I got to have more of an objective perspective about all of this. It's got to be, well, objectively speaking, it's this, that, or the third. Yeah. And then in my understanding of subjectivity, of what it is, the question then was asked, how can a perspective be objective? When to have a perspective is to be subjective. Yeah, that's literally the definition of subjectivity. It is a perspective of something. So anything that I'm presenting from any perspective is inherently subjective. Objectivity does not exist in that way. I believe in an objective reality, in that if I died, you all still here. I don't question that. I don't have this, when I die, the universe ends. It all ends with me, baby. Once I stop perceiving, it might as well not be here. That's not what I believe. You guys will be here. This will be here. When I leave here, this will stay. There's nows happening all over the place. There's an infinite now happening outside of me. But it doesn't mean it has its own perspective. It doesn't. It's just us. And we're just talking about what we feel. That's what everything is. Anything that's been presented to me as being what is, it isn't. It's what we decided. It's what we felt. It's what we agreed upon. That's what it is. Anything that uses words to describe it, subjective. That's how you could tell. If you got to use human words to describe the thing, it is subjective. And that blew open my mind all the way. Because there was so much that I was placing on myself because I believed that's what it was supposed to be. Supposed to is another language of objectivity. What things are supposed to be. Nothing's supposed to be anything. It just is. Beautiful thing about reality, every single thing that happens makes perfect sense, given everything that came before it. It has to. Everything has to make sense. If I kick the water bottle over, if I and it falls on the ground, that makes sense. Which then I had to check myself because there were a lot of things that didn't make sense to me. And I thought that that meant they didn't make sense. Nay, nay. It just meant I was unable to make sense of them. Yeah. And now that I believe that everything makes sense, I just got to make sense of it. That's all. Oh, okay. So this will definitely make sense. And anything that I'm presented with that doesn't make sense, I don't have to accept. That doesn't make sense. So you can make sense of that. I don't have to listen to that. Bye. Like time travel. That doesn't make sense anymore. Bye. All gone. Fuck out of here. No longer talking about time travel. Sorry, Marty McFly. It's not how it works. Maybe you went to another planet somewhere in the distant universe because, infinity. So once I got rid of the supposed tos, and it allowed me to start asking myself, why? If I'm not doing it because I'm supposed to do it, that's why I thought I was doing some stuff. There were things that I thought I was doing because I was supposed to. So if I'm not doing it because I'm supposed to, then why am I doing it? Right? There's a... Masculinity is something I thought I was supposed to do and supposed to be. Yeah. Because I'm a man. Which... Now that I thought, no, a man was just something that was. Now that I understand this is what people are saying it is. And now I can question that. Okay, well, what is it to be a man? When I was a kid, the idea of gender felt so simple. Not even when I was a kid. For most of my life, it felt so simple. It was this, there are two genders, and they are different. And I can tell that they are different by the way that they look. Because when I look at them, they'll be different. And that difference, well, that's the difference. Right? That's basically how I saw it. And I became a lean, mean, gendering machine. Man, woman, man, woman, man. I was killing it. Had that shit down. Until enter into the chat. Hey, to be a man, you got to be more than, you can't just be a man. You have to be a man. Okay. So it's more than just me? Oh, okay. So I can't just be me. Got it. I got to be more than me in order to be me. Oh, this sounds difficult. This sounds troubling. And because what a man was came from external sources, I thought how to be a man also came from external sources. So that's where I started looking. What is it to be a man? Where are all the things? And there was plenty of media and people who were just itching to tell me what a man was. Mulan had a whole song about it. Quite catchy. So catchy. Man. Yeah, it was everywhere. And I grabbed onto them. Like toughness. Toughness was something that I thought I had to be. That I was supposed to be tough because I was a man. And I was difficult because I'm so squishy. Look at this. You see this? Goes right in. I have cut myself with pieces of paper. I am so fragile. I am so vulnerable. Yeah, man. I was like, no, I'm never going to be tough. I didn't think I was tough enough. Because every time I would play football and I'd take a hit and I would pretend it didn't hurt, people would, I guess they would think I was tough. I'm not actually sure, but I thought this was me proving, I got to prove to the world how tough I am by how many hits I can take. And yet every hit still hurt. Therein lies the dilemma. Because every time it hurt, it was evidence against the toughness that I wanted so bad. I wanted to be tough so bad, and I hurt so much. I did so much pretending. I'm glad to be able to let go of this idea of gender, as it doesn't actually make sense to me. Because I understand biology. We're all humans, and we're just variations of the human variety. And that variation swings everywhere. That's the whole point. That's how evolution works. Is just shit'll just randomly be different because maybe that different works better than the other different. I am the product of just what worked. What could bust a nut? That's... Can I not die long enough to bust a nut? That happened for millennia. And now here I am, a nut fully realized. First time I said it out loud. Felt good. Felt good to be fully realized. Yeah, but that's it. We're just an amalgamation of just what happened to work, not what worked best, because there is no best. But that also is another thing. Best, worst, good, bad. I thought those were things that were. This is good. We are doing this for good. That is bad. He is a bad person. That was a bad thing that he did. No, I didn't like it. I don't like what he did. I don't support what he did. I don't like what I did. I don't support what I did. That's all it is when anyone says it. Because that's how subjectivity works. I don't get to prescribe reality. Language is descriptive, not prescriptive. It just describes what's out there. We're just making up shit to describe what we run into. What the fuck was that? We're gonna call it a blue-footed Bobby. It's got blue feet, and it looks like my buddy Bobby. So we're calling it a blue-footed Bobby. Also, side note, one of my favorite things is when animals have very distinct characteristics because it means it was so sexy to a whole species for so long that now they all have it. Like a blue-footed Bobby, they didn't always have blue feet until one of them did, and it was, Oh, everybody else got orange feet, but look at those, they blue. You ever seen a blue foot before? he's got to have my eggs. Yeah, every time you see a distinct characteristic on an animal, think about that fucked. That characteristic fucked hard. For us, it was brains. Brains fucked so hard. Look at him figuring out what is. Come here, daddy. Yeah, Look at you trapping those animals so that we could eat infinitum. Come on, daddy. Those grains that you put in a leaf to save for later, come here. Come give it to me. Yeah. I like evolution a lot. Oh wait, I side noted. Hold on, where did my note side from? Where was I? Gender. Yes, thank you. Yeah, the idea of gender, letting it go. So I let it go, and I don't genuinely think about it. When I can, I would prefer not to use the language of gender, as it feels inherently inaccurate, and yet I understand the use of it as referential when I'm describing someone. Oh yeah, this person, he said this, and then he said that, and he said this. It's just easy. It's there because it's been there for so long. It's instinctual. When I'm at home and I'm talking with Mary, especially, we tend to. I refer to, instead of gender, I use the language of shaftite and vulvite. Because typically when I'm talking about gender, like in that way, like I'm just talking about sexual parts. I'm like, oh, do they have a penis or a vagina? So I said, let's cut out the middleman, shaftite, vulvite, or shaftian sometimes. It's just because that's all it is. Do you have this characteristic? Do you have a shaft? Cool, shaftian. Do you have a vulva? Cool, vulvite. There it is. No more, no less. Doesn't mean anything else. Doesn't mean anything about what you wear. Doesn't mean anything about nothing. I'm a shaftian. That's all. I got a shaft. Swings around. I might wear a dress. That's fine. Shaftians can wear dresses. I mean, technically anyone can. The word "can" is another one. Can is man. I hit every time I say it. My brain is like ha, because I can do anything. That's another beautiful thing is that I could do anything. It's just what will I do? What will I do is the question. So when I say can and can, it's like, oh, I can't do this. Or you can do this. Well, actually, sometimes I say that to remind even myself. So I guess it's the language of can't that I'm being really specific on. Like when I say I can't do something, it's not that I can't. It's just that I didn't or I'm not. It's not that I can't. We don't get airplanes with can't. Humans can't fly. Word, dog? Is that right, brother? Mm. Yeah. Thanks for that. Pronouns were, because when the whole, I guess I don't even know what to call the conflict of pronouns, I guess, where people are on both sides, which again I can understand, as I grew up with very strict binary for them of this is just what it is. And then I learned much older that that's not what it is. What I thought it was isn't actually what it is. And yet my instincts speak in it. And so sometimes it just comes out. I've misgendered people often. And I don't want to, because it's also about how they are identifying. It's how they understand themselves. That's what I'm hearing is like, hey, this is how I understand myself. And I'd like you to understand me accurately. And to understand me accurately, this is how you understand me. Or it's just a political statement to say, fuck them all. I have had conversations with people who use they, them, not because they feel they, them, but because it's well, the other ones, no. They don't get to decide which ones I use, so I'm gonna use these until we can all really agree that none of it. Right? I'm Travis. I'm not he, him, I'm Travis. That's it. And as I said before, pronouns are referential. So I'm not even typically around when people are using them. They're talking about me elsewhere. And yeah, it doesn't, I don't place value in it, in the necessity for getting it right. And I understand those that do. Which is also why I'm glad I look like this. Because sometimes when I do forget, I just toss out nigga. It's, yeah. Yep. It's genderless. It is a genderless term. Excuse me, my nigga. Can you... My nigga, I can't find the bathroom. No one bats an eye. Don't try it. Don't. No. Maybe one day. Maybe. Because I pose a question to you all. What is the definition of nigger? I don't even think about it. What is it? Not what does it feel like or who says it. What are the words in the dictionary next to the word nigger? Nope. No? Well, it's in there. Okay. It's not in there. It's a derogatory term for black people. That's it. It's just a derogatory term, which means it's a feeling. Nigger's a feeling. It's not a thing. Yeah. Those people felt nigger so much that they had to yell it. Yeah, whenever someone uses the word, it's because they feel niggery. They feel... Anytime I see somebody throw that word, I'm like, wow, that person feels real niggery right now. Which I now understand is just an intense emotional reaction. Because that's what they're afraid of something. They're yelling it because their emotions are so high that that's the word that comes out to describe it. So maybe one day nigger will mean an intense emotional reaction. Maybe that'll, in future human lands. You say that now because you're here now, but you're not there. It could be one of those words where some future kid is like, wait, so you mean nigger used to, what's an intense, hold on, a derogatory term for black people? What's a black person? I don't get this at all. No, I get it. I had a nigger this morning when that dude rear-ended. I had this crazy nigger. But black, how are people black? They're just people. I don't get it. Race is another thing. Right? Like, what does it mean to be black? I had a conversation with a buddy of mine he's biracial and he's white passing. He's got the curly Qs and he was asking me about how I saw myself. How do I refer to myself? Because he assumed that I refer to myself as a black man. And I don't. I'm a human. That is genuinely when I think and when I conceptualize myself, I'm just a human. And I was born in this place and I raised in this place, but I'm just a human. And there was a little wrestle with the idea of that because he was locked on to the idea of a black man as he felt like a black man. And I asked him, so when you say black man, what do you mean? Are you talking about the melanin in my skin? Because you don't have that. You don't have the melanin. So if we're going to go off that definition, you must exclude yourself. Are you going on the culture from which you were raised? Grew up in Maryland in the hood, very much in what TV has told me was black culture. He grew up in that. I did not. I grew up in suburban Virginia in the 90s. I don't resonate with any of that culture. The rap, hip hop, the black culture as media has presented it to me, as I have understood it, I don't identify with none of that. So it's either he is or I am. That doesn't work both ways, given that rigid definition that he has of it. But if you're just a human with some melanin or not, we could do that all day. It's super simple. And that's how I understand myself. Human with some melanin and type 4C curly hair. Yeah. Being able to describe myself simply as what I am, way easier than through the lens of all these things that I'm supposed to be. Like, I would think of all the things that I was, even before this show, there was a time where I would think of, I'm gonna do the show, I gotta get dressed, I gotta comb my hair, I gotta do all these things. I don't have to, actually. I don't have to do any of those things. I get to just show up as I want. And sometimes that fact scares me. That there is no external meaning, that there is no supposed to. I would be lying if I said that that does not also scare me. Sometimes I suffer from, well, I'm not going to say suffer, but sometimes I experience bouts of nihilism, of the why? Why? Like why? Like what's the why? And not only what's the why, every day? It's not just that I'm why. I got to do this shit every single day, day in and day out. I got to brush my teeth. I got to drink water. I got to do all the things every single day. Why, man? I was having another conversation with, I have lots of conversations. His name's Jet. There's a human named Jet that I was conversing with, and we were discussing some of the why, the day in, the day out, and he's a writer, and he was talking about it artistically. I gotta keep going, and he presented to me this. Well, within it, we were discussing Sisyphus. Sisyphus is a character from Greek mythology who was punished by the gods to push a boulder up a hill, only for it to come back down for all eternity. And they punished him because he was a little trickster. He didn't want people to die, which my guy. Someone who struggles with the fear of death, I see you. So that's how they're like, oh, you don't want to die? Okay, you could not die, but you got to do this thing forever, this grueling task. And that's how I saw it. I imagined a begrudging, belabored Sisyphus pushing this boulder up the hill over and over again. And then Jet said to me, he was quoting, don't remember who, but he said, one must envision Sisyphus happy. I had never, mind blown open. Imagine Sisyphus happy? I never thought to imagine a happy Sisyphus. Rechanged my favorite Greek character. It's now Sisyphus. Because he didn't want to die. And his punishment was to exist forever. Pushing a boulder. And then I imagined a Sisyphus who had a secret hobby that he told no one about. The hobby of pushing a boulder up a hill, only to have it chase him back down. And that, a happy Sisyphus pushing the boulder. I said, up that hill. You gonna chase me? Oh, chase me, boulder, chase me down. Chase me, boulder, all the way down. And I'll do that. I'll do that at home sometimes. I'll just imagine Sisyphus pushing the boulder in different ways, singing different songs, dancing different dances. Come on, Sisyphus, push your boulder. I say, come on, Sisyphus, push that boulder. Oh, chase me, boulder, all the way down. Who am I? Said Indiana Sisyphus. Said Indiana Sisyphus. Push that boulder and up that hill. Tell you, over and over. Because it reminds me to do that, to imagine Travis happy. What does it take for me to be happy in whatever thing that I'm doing? Sometimes it is dancing. I like moving. Came with the, right? I didn't practice that much. I just kind of one day started doing it. Like, whoa, this is sick. Look at me go. Look at this. Just saw it, did it. As we discussed earlier, language is another big part of that. Everything that I'm doing, I remind myself, I don't have to. I don't have to do any of this. But I get to. I get to do it all because I'm alive. Right? I'm alive. And I won't always be. Right? One day, this is all going to go away. I'm not going to get to brush that hair. Say, brush that hair. One day I'm not going to get to do that because it's going to go away. A little bit now. But one day, eventually, all of it goes away. One day I will die. All of my hair will be gone. All of me will be gone. But while I'm here, I'm not going to be here because I believe I have to. I'm not going to be here because I believe I'm supposed to. I'm not going to do things because I believe I have to or because I'm supposed to. I'm going to decide. I'm going to choose to. I'm going to do the things because I want to, and understand why I want to. Did I want it, or did they want it and told me I wanted it? But I gotta think in here. This evening, something I've thought about a lot. I'm gonna run the light. It's my show. I'm going to be up here as long as I want. I paid for all of this, so you could just stop, Danny. You don't even gotta time this anymore. I'm just going to keep going until I'm done. No, I have. I thought about this moment, this now. I've thought about this now so much, and I've experienced so many feelings around it. I've experienced fear a lot. That was one of the first things. The first thing that I felt when I booked the venue was a massive wave of fear. And when I think about it as, fear is just this thing that I got to deal with, I get to be afraid. I get to do a thing in this way that scares me. I'll be afraid in many other ways, for many other reasons that I don't have any control over whatsoever. But to choose a thing that I get to be afraid of, I like that. My emotions, another thing, I vastly misunderstood. I grouped them into good emotions, bad emotions. Emotions I wanted, emotions that I didn't want. But they're all me. Every emotion that I ever have felt or ever will felt has one desire, and it's to protect me. Yeah, all of my emotions, they want to protect me. They just sometimes go about it a little, whoa there, boss. Yeah, and my fear, it wanted to protect me from this show because it was worried that it might kill me. Yeah. I have, well, today, leading up to this show, one of the few times in my life I didn't feel any fear. Until I started thinking about the fact that I didn't feel fear. Then I felt my fear. Be like, what about me, nigga? Remember, you are nothing without me. So many things that I've accomplished through my fear. So there's a part of me that feels like if I don't feel it, then I won't get the thing that I want on the other side. That I gotta feel fear in order. But I don't have to. I don't have to, and I'll feel it when I feel it. This evening has been not like what I imagined. Yeah, and I'm excited about that now. Because what my fear was doing when it was coming up, it was imagining this moment to go the worst way possible. What is the absolute worst thing that could happen from this moment? Be afraid of that. And then that fear will help me prepare. Now that I'm afraid, now we can prepare for what's going to happen. Wow, I got lost. So I'm going to wrap this up. Now, because I said so. Not because the light, because I decided to. No, this evening, every way that I imagined it was not this way. And I'm so glad it went this way. I'm so glad I get to look at every single one of you and I get to be here in the now with you. We are sharing our nows together. Our time, what we are sharing it. And I thank you all for that so much. This is quite literally let it out. No, this is quite literally a dream that I've had for so much of my life that I didn't know how to get here. I didn't know what it would be like. I had so much in between me and this. And I was afraid of it. And I was afraid that my fear would keep me from it. And it hasn't. Yeah. I like doing this so much. I like talking. All of you are here. Most of you are here because of a text, and you came to watch me do this for a fucking hour. You have to watch me narcissist for an hour. To take up all the time and space and be like, it's about me. So thank you all. The venue, this is open till 10. We're just going to be breaking stuff down, so you don't have to leave immediately. Take your time. Use the bathroom, get some water, do what you want, talk to the comics, talk to me, talk to each other. But have a good evening. Thank you all so much for coming.